Okay, so in this section, what we are trying to do is we are going to enumerate system information. So yeah, in a system, so in Linux, we have a kernel. On top of that, we have other things. So yeah, so let's move on to system. So I was saying we are on a platform where we have a kernel in the bottom, and then we have the user mode on the top. So that is very interesting. And if you go a bit deep down, you will find out more interesting things like different levels or layers called rings. Even in Windows, you have this structure. So if you go to Google and say the operating systems, the ring model, right? Uh, yeah, so this is that protection ring. So yeah, so this is basically, guys, what I was going to talk about. So we have access to kernel. Normally we don't, but you can if you want to. I can show you later. Um, this Linux series will move on up to a place where we can do kernel recompilation, which is quite fascinating. And we are normally in ring 3, and ring 1 and ring 2 are not normally accessed, and they are accessed by device drivers. So we normally jump in between ring 0 and ring 3, right? So this is normally true for even Windows, Linux, even Mac. Right. So let's move on. So, okay, that diagram seems to be having a bit of issue. Let me close these things. Right. Okay, so let's now see what are those system commands and get a bit of information about system. So who am I? I'm Kali, right? So if you want, you can do who am I, manual page lookup, print effective use ID. So there's nothing much there. So it's a very simple command. And then you can check the host name, which is Kali again. So do a quick look at what are the options we have. Again, it's a very, oh, it's not a simple command. There's not more things, right? Okay, so aliases, all DNS. So if you don't understand FQDNS, don't worry at the moment. But we'll print it. Host name, all. Okay, we did pretend thing. I was there. Okay, that's good, but okay, I think I need to have only a cap A. Okay, it doesn't show anything because I'm in this virtual machine environment, so it doesn't want to give any information back. That's all right. And then you can do ID. So that gives a lot of information. So about user ID, so do a man ID, print real and effective user and group IDs. All right, so that's what happens there. And yeah, again, you can get all the group information, user IDs, the names and everything. Okay, I can do name or dash name. Cannot print on names, real IDs. That's okay. I can just go with ID. So it just gives out all the users. And then of course I can print groups. Okay, so these are the groups. Now, C is what you have seen all the time. And there are other groups like ADM, CD-ROM, floppy, even though we don't use them, and audio, Wireshark. So there are several groups here. So again, you can do a man groups print the groups users in. Yeah, so that's it. Okay, so those are some base information about the system, which are very useful as well, guys. So please remember, when you want to get know bit about where you are and what sort of system you are in, this information can be pretty useful. And then we have this LSB relays. Yeah, so okay, no more LSB modules are there, but this is also again a bit of a useful command. So let me check. It says print distribution specific information. Yeah, so the ID and -A would give out all the information. So unfortunately, this one doesn't give out any information. Okay, -A provides, it says Kali and Kaligun, and then this is the code name. Yeah, so it gives some information. And then I can cat some information out of the ETC. ETC has a lot of information. So as you can see, the host name, host configuration, and so those are very useful ones. And networks, right? We can have some of them looked at. And the password we have looked several times. And yeah, of course, inside there are so many other folders, right? And UTF-conf. So let's look at host name first. Host name. Okay, so host name. Okay, it's Kali, so that's fine. And then we can see host.configuration. So cat etc host.configuration. Yeah, so that's basically, there's nothing much there. But if you go to this one, you will see a lot more information, guys, where you have to configure truly. Right. So, right. Okay. And what else would be there? And cat etc, sometimes you might have the issue. Okay, so that is the one. And then that's Kali. And then the OS release, I think. Yeah. So that is about more information about the OS. Right. And much more information if you do a star here. Yeah. So just give me a sec. I think this is a bit of annoying now. Yeah, that will do. Right. So those are some information, system information. And then a lot more commands, lscpu. Oh, that is loads of information about the CPU. CPU mode it's basically 64-bit architecture, and the byte order is Little Endian. We'll go into this assembly coding. You will understand what I mean by Little Endian. So because in the network, if you look at a packet, if you analyze a packet, this is in a different order. So as an example, if I have this shell or text, I can look at that file, object dump. There's this command called object dump. Okay, so it should be object dump. Format not recognized. Okay, it doesn't work that way. So let me do a bit of a fun thing here. I can run a quick, just to show the point, prove the point. I can do abc.c, and then I write a quick C code, stdio.h, and void main, printf. I'll have only that, don't worry. Hello world. Anybody can understand this coding. All right, that's it. Let me now compile this. GCC -G -F32 and abc.c and abc.c -abc. Okay, that's all good. If you look at this, there's this executable called abc. Now I can look at the content inside this using object dump. Okay. Oh, there's a lot here. Now, what you're seeing here, I don't really need to worry too much about. This is assembly, and this is assembly written in hex. So this is what is important. So what you have seen here is written in the Little Endian format. But if you go and look at the same thing using Wireshark, so let me open Wireshark, right? I can analyze some packets in Wireshark. Okay, so it needs actually this. I don't know whether you are seeing this one. So you are getting some packets now. If you analyze these packets, so what you find here, these are packets again from Hex. Now, if you look at these are from Big Endian. Number formats are very different. Yeah, so that's what I really want to show you. If you didn't understood that, no worries. So it's not a big deal, right? So let me close that. All right, what happened? Something did happen. Oh, okay, sorry about it. Right, now it's all good. So I'm going to close down Wireshark. So again, I'm going to go to LSCPU. That is what I was looking at. So getting more system information, Little Endian, and 4 CPUs, because I did the configuration in that way, guys. Right. So yeah. Okay, that is Zoom. Yeah, so I don't want to show it right now, but if you go to the VM, that's information. Intel Core i7, that is my CPU information directly from my Mac, and some more information, the flags. So of course, it's a virtualization, VMware. I'm using VMware Fusion, and a lot more information, which is fun. Okay, all good. And then I'm going to do uname -a, which is basically, if you want to know what is uname is, that is basically print system information. So you can get all information, kernel, nodes, machine, the processor. This is also another great tool, uname -a, or uname flag it. So I'm using GNU Linux. And then there are so many other methods. -s would give you the system, and R would give you, I think it's the versioning, and P would give you, okay, what is, no, I'm not really sure what is P is. I would give, okay, that's also not sure. Oh, GNU Linux, so operating system. So likewise, there are so much of information. All right. So yes. So now we have looked at a lot of things. Okay, in the system stage, right? So we'll go a bit more, but now I'm going to use the tool find, the find tool. Okay, we find, yeah. So it's a very powerful tool. So let me do find. Search for files in a directory hierarchy. So it can search things many places, or even in this specific directory. You can see it's a quite a big bad tool, right? Big tool. It's a really big tool, right? So okay, so I don't want to show everything. Okay, so if I want to do find anything, okay, that's in this folder, which is Linux 101 pwd, right? Or if I wanted to find anything on root, yeah, so you can see it will never end. It will never end, guys. This will print everything that is in my Linux system. So I don't want that. I'm going to cut it short, right? Or I can find anything from home directory. So again, there's a lot, but not a lot like, so like you can even kill your system by just pressing find and just root, you know, so it's not a good command to type. All right, so that is the find command. So we have to use find and do few things because it's so much fun to use find. So let's find something, find in the root, and find what I want to find a file, right? Where the name, so type is a file, or I can use D for directory. The name is Kali. I don't know. Okay, so find. Oh yeah. So now I find a lot of files with Kali on it, but a lot of cases its permission is denied. Why? I don't have access to these places, the proc and things like that. Okay, that is the problem, guys. So now how do I tackle that issue? So use a sudo. So I might have to give the password. Oh yeah, so I can access. So directly it search for places where Kali is. There's one still I cannot access, that's okay. So I can see the Kali is there. Oh, I can see something like pass. Oh, it's searching for things. Permission denied, that's okay. What about password? Yeah, there are some files where I have passwords. User bin passwords, user share passwords, user. Okay, this is cyber security, guys. This is where we are now moving quickly into cyber security. So you can do a lot of fun stuff. So name, password, and many things, right? And you can see name. Yeah. Or yeah, you can name something like proxy. And let me check proxy chains. That's something for proxy chains. Okay, it's not there. Okay, that's all right. And then previous also, I just checked for configurations. Okay, it doesn't work. Let me check this one. Okay, it's not there. Anyway, no worries. Now you know how valuable this find tool is. And this is not the end. Let me check password, and I can give size also, guys. Size is say 1 megabit. Let me check 1 kilobit. 1 kilo. Okay, let me check what is the problem with that. Invalid size type. Okay, so it's finding files with size 1. It found 1 file. I'm not sure why it's 1, but yeah, you can do that. Plus of 1 maybe. Yeah, that's also working. Okay, right. So M maybe. Yeah, it's there, but it doesn't have any files with 1 megabit. Okay, and also, yeah. So these are some of those quite useful find utilities. Right. So hope it's clear. Right. So now you can even try. I ask you to go to Over the Wire, which is the Go game. Over the Wire, right? So, and there's a game called Bandit. You can play this game, a lot of fun. Let me go to Bandit. So let me do it in this way. Let me keep it the side of the screen. Otherwise, it's difficult to do this. Okay, and let me resize this as well. Okay, so then, so this is level 0. So level 0, they ask us to SSH to Bandit this site on port 2220. So let me try this one, SSH Bandit 0. That's the first user at Control V. Okay, so I had a paste maybe, paste selection. Oh, what happened? It should be Bandit Labs, bandit.labs. Okay, that would do. On port 2220. Did it work? Yeah, so it worked. So it should be now the password is bandit 0. Okay, it should let me log in. Oh my goodness, permission denied. So I think I do it again. Bandit. Sometimes this happen because truly I'm in let me check. I'm in a VPN. Let me close down the VPN quickly. Okay, as you can see, I'm in a VPN. This might work out. Let's see. Bandit 0. Connection reset. It's okay. Bandit 0. Let me do the SSH again. They have the way to do SSH commands to solve this. How secure shell, how to SSH. Let me check this one. Okay, that is not what we need. Okay, let me check this one. SSH. Okay, that's good. What we need is not that. So let me check SSH. SSH in Kali Linux. Just check if there's any problem. Port. Okay, that's too much, I believe, but let me check. Yeah, it's not needed. Let me, not very sure what this problem. Okay, let me SSH. I need that SSH. Bandit. No. Let me bring the screen to this side. So you can, when you're doing it in Windows, it won't be that difficult. You can use a tool like Putty. Let me check. Yeah, that is the one. Okay, -p, tag p. Maybe that's ideally it's not needed. SSH bandit 0, bandit labs over dash p. Maybe something's missing there. See, let me do this with tag p. Yeah, so it did work. So now I'm inside Bandit remote server. I will do a ls. So there's of course a file. I can do ls. This is, you also can do this, guys, because we have learned all these things. I can read this. I can do cat readme. Yeah, so I have the password. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, copy this one and put it to, yeah, put here. And let me go back. And now I want to go level 0, level 1. So I have to SSH again. So same thing. So let me exit. I don't want this one anymore. This one, this time it's bandit 1. That. So it asks for the password. So the password is, guys, the password which I taken in the previous level. All right. So Control C and comes here, paste it, and that's the password. Okay, I'm in bandit 1. All good. This level is not that bad, so I can do cat. This is like this dash files. Oh, the only problem is I can't leave it like that. So let me do it like this. And what I'm going to do is I can redirect the file to the prompt. So I think I can do it this way. No, I might be able to do it this way. Let me check. No, let me try doing this. No, then let me echo this one. Echo one. No. So this is LH. Yeah, so that is also this dash files, right? So you can find content here. So let me go and see whether there's a hint. Yes. So there's lscd find can be used. Okay, that's not important here. I think you have to do a cat what you can do is you can get this file and then you can basically output bash. Okay, let me check what would be the best way to do this. So you can of course search about these files, the dash files, right? So we can do a quick Google search. I'm doing it. You also can do that. So you can search for Linux dash files. Okay, I think what I did was wrong. I think I should cat it in this way. Yeah, that would do. So I had to redirect the file's content to the cat. So that would do. So let me copy this one and then paste the next level. Control V. So that's next level. Exit from this, right? So you also need to try this one, guys. Bandit 1, now I'm Bandit 2. Bandit 2. Right. Then get the password and paste it here. Enter. Okay, all good. So now I'll do ls to see whether there are any files. Of course, there's a file. The thing is, there's a lot of spaces in between the file, right? So how do I view this thing? So if you do ls minus al, that's in the spaces in the file. So let me cat and cat this time. Okay, so if I do a tab, what happens is automatically autocomplete it, so that will give the process. It's not a big deal here. So Control C and Control V. So I have the sorry, I think I got it wrong. Should be copy, and the third one should be this Control V. All good. Right. Let me clear this one and then exit. Yeah. So now I need to go to Bandit 3. Okay. And let me paste. Oh, what happened? Bandit 3 or Bandit 2? Bandit 3, right? Copy. Edit. Paste. Okay, all good. So then, okay, there's a directory. Okay, this is where I think we have to do find. That is find. So we have to find a file, right, where you should find your values. So if you do ls here, or if you do go to pwd, sorry, cd, this is a directory. So if you go here, there's nothing there. So that's a bit odd, right? So we'll do ls minus al. Okay, there's a hidden file. So that is not bad. So if I can cat the hidden file, I think, okay, that is easy. That is easy. So this is level bandit 3. This is the password for level 4. So otherwise it's confusing. Edit paste. I think you guys are following what I'm doing, right? Exit. So you do this over the wire, you will learn a hell a lot. And I'll go to bandit 4. Then again edit and paste. So it's almost 7, right? Right. So now if I go to in here directory, I have so many files. Now I need to find the file where I need to see something here. So I don't know which is which. So if you just try going through each file, it doesn't make sense, right? So I need to basically find something here, a kind of a password or something like that, right? If I do ls minus al, right, it's all files looks alike, all files look alike, so it doesn't mean much. What I can do is I can do a cat, or I can do a find here, right? So because I have all the files, but I'm going to look for a file. So let previously also we use this type, if you can remember. This is in this directory, right? Find in this directory types of files. So and then I'm going to pipe it, and I'm going to use this for the first time called xargs, and let me search for files. Now I'll show you what is xargs. Xargs, yeah, it's a build and execute command line for the standard input. It can find out some specific values in these files, if there's any specific strings and things like that. So what I need to do here is, in these files, is there any specific files, sorry, specific strings. So in this file 07, it seems like there's ASCII text. So now I'm not worried too much. I'm going to look at file 01. Otherwise, I have to go through all the files now. So let me search file 07. Oh, no, hold on. So I need to do cat. Okay, it should be a dot here. No, there's this file. Okay, now it should work. Oh, okay. So let me check now. The file is a dash file. Okay, so I think I need to wave it using dot slash. Yeah, that would do. Okay, now I think that's enough because now you got the idea. Rest of the levels, of course, level 5 onwards, you have to use find a lot. So you have to find a human readable file. Okay, I'll do that as well. So let me to copy this guy, copy selection. I'll do that one and stop. This time bandit 5, is it 5 or 6? Oh, 5, bandit 5. I hope so. Edit, paste, all good. Right now, if I go to in here folder, oh, there are so many directories. See, so many directories. This is not going to work. So I can't just go through everything. So this is where the find is so useful. I'm going to find here flag type of files, and now it should be human readable. But before that, let me check for size in 1033. So dash size. So because it's 1033. So let me add this C, later on we see why. It's basically so the bytes. And let me search for that. Okay, C should be simple, I believe. That shows the file. See, that's it. Even I don't have to search for the not executable. And let me try to open it from cat. Maybe here, maybe here, maybe here 07 dot 5. Oh, yeah, 02 or 2. Yeah, I got it. So that's the password for the next one. All right, guys. Okay, I think that will be enough. So this will continue. Rest of the things you'll have some other recordings. So I'll be going to so many other areas. This will be like 6-part, 7-part series, but practice this. So let me stop. Yeah, before stopping the recording, practice this as much as possible. Get the video, set it up, and practice. And you'll get other videos tomorrow. Thank you.